day, everyone, and welcome again to Elevate with Adetunji Aribasoye. I want to say thank you for being a part of today's broadcast, and thank you for being a part of our previous conversations. And today we are going to be discussing very briefly something that I've discovered that's seems more like a trend, and why we should be more careful. Yeah, we are now in that era of social media usage. Knowledge has increased, and as a matter of fact, everybody is now a content creator. Everybody is creating content, and in trying to do this, we seem to be losing our values, and the social vices seems to be increasing, and nobody seems to be talking. And I just feel I should be a part of this conversation to speak to my generation, the next generation, and of course, and the next generation. I'll be speaking on not everyone likes you. Yeah, not everyone likes you, and the need to stop giving too much of your own information and secrets on social media. Yeah, everybody wants to hear stories. Even people are sleeping, they are still recording themselves. Some are eating, recording themselves. I heard and read about marriages that collapsed recently because the wife seems to be sharing too much about the home. We've had, a lot of issues. Even people now go to church and to mosque and everywhere, and everybody seems to be, covering in the name of creating content and trying to stay engaged on our social media handles. But truth is, not everybody likes you. As a matter of fact, not everybody wants you to succeed in life. So you may need to apply wisdom into your own life too. Yeah, some will call you, why are you not on social media? Why are you not talking? Why are you not out there? There are a few things you shouldn't put out there, or else you become predictable, and of course, eventually you become a prey to the adversary. And there's this profound statement I stumbled on recently that says that life is a mix of supporters and silent adversaries. Life is a mix of supporters and silent adversaries, because some people pretend to celebrate you while secretly they are hoping for your downfall. They are hoping for your downfall. And let's look at the book of Micah. Of course, in the Bible, the book of Micah, chapter 7, verse 5. The Bible says, trust ye not in a friend, put ye not confidence in a guide, keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lies in thy bosom. Meaning that you have to be discerning, you have to be careful in giving too much of your information out there in the name of trying to create content. There's a lot of issues around us to create content that we from the economic issues in Nigeria and world over, to politics, to agriculture, to investment, to marriage. There's a lot we need to do rather than, and now we have a lot of young people exposing their bodies in the name of content creation. And guess what? Profoundly also, I discovered that those individuals seems to have more followers even than the so-called good content creators. It still speaks to the collapse of values in our society, the collapse of our moral compass, in a way, in our society. And there's a need for us to begin to retrace our steps and bequeath good legacy to generations yet unborn. So we're going to have this conversation. It's more of a conversation, not a teaching, not expository kind of. It's just having a conversation and also giving my thoughts on the same issue that has to do with our society and our social life. So not everyone likes you. Not everyone wants you to succeed. Life is a mix of supporters and silent adversaries. And some people pretend to celebrate you while they are secretly waiting for your downfall. Truly. So you have to be careful about all of these things and what to give out there. Then the dangers of oversharing information. The dangers of one time I have this friend of mine who built a house, and I didn't know anything about the house until I stumbled on his Facebook. It was funny. He got some money, some good money, built a very beautiful house, big house, and took a picture of every part of the house. From the living room from the ante to the living room to the inner living room to his room to the kitchen to the balcony, everything, the fence. I saw them on social media. But by the time he had his first experience and second experience, he couldn't share with anyone until I visited him. The same house has been burgled twice. The house has been burgled twice. But some of us, people are still seeing the house. Oh, congratulations, beautiful house. But his own ordeals seems to be happening underneath and nobody seems to know about it. And I heard of a story in town of a family that traveled, and of course, it's a social media era. Everybody is trying to create something on social media. And guess what? The ladies in the house were the social media free kind of individuals, and they were posting their real-time information about how they visited some beaches in Lagos, from there to ShopRite and all of that. And the people, our friends out there, were also following the information. Thieves entered the house, and from the information we gathered, I'm sure they spent more than 3 days in the house, because they took almost everything, to the point that they sat down with the microwave and removed things inside. To the refrigerator, the fridge, the freezer, they removed key components of everything in their homes, wires and cameras, everything. And the investigation shows that they probably spent more than 3 days in the house, because they were following up on the real-time information that the children of the owners were giving on social media. So the dangers of sharing so much about your marriage, for example, and your family life, constant sharing details about your children, your spouse, or all this could aggravate and gravitate towards conflict and negative influences in the family. So there's need for you to protect your home from unnecessary opinions and envy. Our so-called celebrity marriages, there's this general belief that celebrity marriages don't last. It's not that there is any spell cast on them not to have lasting marriages. It's because they share too much too. They talk too much on social media. They project too much about themselves. Even when they are, a lot of the time, what they even project are fake news, fake cars. My husband bought this for me. Oh, all those surprises we do, a lot of it are just fake to create content. And many times, the same marriage will still collapse because of oversharing information. And also, sharing information about your finances and achievements is also dangerous. Like I said, not everyone wants you to succeed. Some are waiting for you to fail and fall. So sharing information about your new car, your promotion, your business, can attract wrong attention to you. And of course, we have plenty of pastors around to pray for you, actually. So not everyone rejoices when you progress. Get that one right. And some people look for ways to bring you down. And the best way to do it is to prey on your information, to use the information you share to deal with you. A lot of the time, I drive right around town. I live in a very cosmopolitan environment, and a lot of the time, you can hardly predict my movement. Today, I'm coming out from my street from this end. Tomorrow, I'm coming from the other end. Even in church, most times I don't sit where you ask me to sit, not because I'm suspecting anything, but because I don't want to be too predictable in my movements and my actions, and that's how we should live our lives, so that you can pray and focus on prayers on other things, not on God killing your enemies. And because most of these enemies are the enemies we also attract by the things we share. So not everyone rejoices when you progress. I mentioned daily movement and your location. To an extent, posting real-time locations can expose you to security risk, like I mentioned earlier. With that family that had their entire house burgled, it could lead to robbery, kidnapping, stalking, and all of that. Then wisdom says, move in silence. Move in silence. Sharing too much about your future goals and plans also is dangerous. Announcing your next move can invite attacks from, even before you execute the plan. Proverbs 21:23 says, whoso keepeth his mouth and his tongue keepeth his soul from troubles. Tell someone beside you, keep your mouth shut. Number 3, be wise and be discerning. Be intentional about what you post. So I would say post intentionally, not impulsively. Don't just post by impulse. Ask yourself, does this add value or does it expose me unnecessarily? Whatever you are planning to post, does it add value to you or expose you? So that's need for you to filter what you share and confide only in those you trust per time. Use, of course, use privacy settings wisely, and remember that nothing is truly private online. Nothing is truly private online. In conclusion, stay safe, stay smart, stay sharp. Encourage your listeners to apply. Whatever you post will determine how people respond, like comments under whatever you post, what you share online and offline, even in church, in your social gatherings, and all of that. Guard your life like a treasure, because it is indeed a treasure. Thank you very much for being a part of today's broadcast. I invite you to subscribe and follow our social media platforms. God bless you. We are possible.